Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive, hidden health risk that's right there in our source material. We're talking about undetected prediabetes. You know, we hear people toss around the phrase borderline blood sugar all the time, and it's honestly super easy to just shrug it off. But today, we're going to lift the hood, see exactly what's going on inside your body, and give you a rock-solid, structured game plan to take back control.
So think about it. What does borderline blood sugar actually mean for your body? It's kind of a crazy paradox, right? Because you might feel totally energetic, you look in the mirror, and everything seems completely healthy. But internally, your body is working overtime just to maintain that illusion of balance. It's this silent, hidden struggle. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that feeling fine on the outside definitely does not mean you're out of the woods when it comes to your blood sugar.
Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, the silent danger, prediabetes. 2, what is insulin resistance? 3, biotin as a blood sugar stabilizer. 4, the plate rule in everyday life. And finally, 5, foods. Go or no go. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The silent danger, prediabetes.
Prediabetes is basically that early stage where your blood sugar levels are creeping up, but you probably won't see or feel it. Visible symptoms? Yeah, usually absolutely none. That's exactly why it's a silent danger and why people normally only catch it during routine blood work. But man, the hidden risks are severe. The research shows that major complications can start brewing right now, especially for your heart and your kidneys. It's a classic trap, thinking that zero symptoms means zero problems. That's literally what makes this early stage so incredibly risky.
Moving on to Section 2, what is insulin resistance?
Okay, so your liver and your pancreas, they're basically your body's central command center for processing food. But here's the catch. When you're carrying around some extra weight, specifically that stubborn belly fat, your cells actually stop responding properly to the insulin your pancreas is pumping out. That right there, that is insulin resistance. And to beat it, well, just obsessively counting calories isn't going to cut it. You have to fundamentally change how your entire system processes the food you eat.
So how do we actually overcome this resistance? Well, it requires a real strategy to break that undetected cycle. Our sources highlight a few golden rules. Eat more of the good stuff, less of the bad stuff. And here's a big one. Plan 3 main meals a day and strictly avoid snacking in between. Seriously, every single time you snack, you're forcing your pancreas to pump out more insulin. You're never giving your system a break. And get this, here's a wild biological fact for you. The feeling of being full actually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to kick in. Meaning, if you rush your meal, you are going overeat before your brain even gets the memo. So eating slowly and cutting out that constant grazing is just vital.
All right, Section 3. Biotin as a blood sugar stabilizer.
So what exactly is this stuff? Biotin, which is also known as vitamin B7, is an essential nutrient that plays a massive role in your metabolism. It actually helps stabilize your blood sugar by promoting insulin production and actively supporting how your cells use glucose. Think of it like a master key. It helps unlock your cells so they can process glucose way more efficiently. For anyone trying to get their body back in balance and keep that blood sugar stable, this is a seriously powerful nutritional tool.
Okay, so where do we actually find it? Well, looking at the numbers from our sources, whole wheat flour and salmon are sitting right at the top of the list for biotin density, with whole wheat flour at 0.083 milligrams and salmon close behind at 0.074 milligrams per 100 grams. But hey, you've also got some fantastic everyday options. Things like crisp bread and quark, both hitting 0.07 milligrams, plus spinach, brie cheese, yes, cheese, soybeans, sunflower seeds, and bananas. By just tossing a few of these specific foods into your grocery cart, you're directly arming your body for its hidden battle with insulin management.
Next up, Section 4. The plate rule in everyday life.
I absolutely love this one because it literally takes all the guesswork out of eating. Your meals should be structured exactly like this. Half of your plate, a full 50%, needs to be vegetables. That's your nutrient-dense foundation. Then 30% should be high-quality protein. We're talking lean meat, fish, or eggs, which is going to keep you satiated and actually naturally reduce your appetite. And then that final 20%? That's reserved for fiber-rich foods like whole grains. Honestly, just stick to this incredibly simple rule and you're already winning the battle.
But of course, a plate isn't the whole story, right? There are supporting habits that really lock in all that good work. First up, hydration. You want to aim for about 2 liters of water or unsweetened tea every day. Second, you got to support your gut flora. Things like probiotic foods, think yogurt, sauerkraut, are amazing for this because a healthy gut is super deeply tied to your overall metabolic health.
And finally, get moving. Just 2 to 3 times a week. Simple things like daily walks mixed with a bit of strength and endurance training will drastically improve how your body responds to insulin.
And that brings us to Section 5, foods, go or no go.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room, snacks and sweets. Look, we all get cravings, I completely get it. But the golden rule here is to limit the junk to a maximum of 1 small handful, which is about 20 grams per day. And here is an absolute pro tip for you. If you're gonna eat those sweets, do it right after a full meal. Doing this on a full stomach actually helps you avoid those sudden blood sugar spikes and those massive insulin dumps that are happening in the background without you even noticing.
So, to wrap this up, your goal list should be all about fresh ingredients, whole grains, and low-sugar fruits. Pretty straightforward. On the flip side, your no-go list targets the absolute worst offenders for your blood sugar stability. We're talking ready-made processed meals that are just loaded with hidden sugars and going overboard on white flour products like regular pasta and white bread. Swapping those out is a total game changer.
So the big question, what small adjustment are you going to make to your plate today? Maybe you'll test drive that 50-30-20 plate rule for dinner tonight, or maybe you'll just toss some biotin-rich spinach into your next meal. Look, beating the hidden risks of undetected prediabetes isn't about miserable deprivation. It's about structure, it's about awareness, and it's about finally making your biology work for you instead of against you. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this explainer today, and I absolutely cannot wait to see how you put this knowledge into action.